It's week 4 of the 2025 season, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He's coming off a nice showing last week, racked up a lot of yards, and reached the end zone once. It's the Broncos and the Texans, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up. And then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force being got on there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now Evans. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Evans. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Evans will look to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Evans. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Evans now to throw on third down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Pierre. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 70 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Evans throwing on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Evans. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jabril Cox leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken it around. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
It's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
On 1st down, Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second catch for the day, and they'll wind up a first down. The Texans are 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Pierre. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Evans. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Evans throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on second down. Evans. Right back to Davis. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there, but sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Pierre, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Evans. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At about the 32. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A couple of veterans. Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bodying them up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Here's Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And now out comes Houston.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Evans got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. First catch full. It's good for a dozen. Now on 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll run on 1st down. Pierre, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Evans. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Evans. And that is incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up third. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Evans. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Pierre. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Finding room at midfield.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now Evans, a final shot before break. Flushed out right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Got his. Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
So turnovers Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing again on second down. Evans. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Operating from the gun, Evans. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On third down, Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Houston set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To throw again on second down. Evans. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch. Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On second down, Pierre. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now Evans. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Wilson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely That was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Evans. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. On 3rd down, Pierre, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Evans will look to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 2nd down now, Pierre. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Evans on 1st down. Wide open. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll run it with Williams. He'll get it inside the 20. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Wilson.
At the 14-yard line.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Back to throw is Evans on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 29, Evans.
At the 29-yard line.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That is caught at the 7.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So now the Texans down by 16, and time a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Evans. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Evans. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would